$9,000 of withdrawal starting from just $200. And we'll be trying to replicate this live here right now using exact same principles that I'll be showing you right now also. And starting capital this time around will be exactly $150. And all we'll be using today will be candlestick structures only, nothing complicated at all, just strictly candlestick structures. Number one, we'll be using a bullish and bearish engulfing pattern. That is when a bullish candlestick overshadows a previous bearish candlestick, or where a bearish candlestick overshadows a previous bullish candlestick. Second, we'll be applying a morning and evening stars. That's when the body of a candlestick is centralized just in between our wicks of a candlestick, and then this candlestick can either occur at the top or at the bottom of our chart. And so when it occurs at the top of our chart, we call that an evening star, and then when it occurs at the bottom of our chart, we call that a morning star. Number three, we'll be applying a bullish and bearish hammers. That's when the body of this candlestick is sitting either at the bottom of a candlestick or at the top of a candlestick, creating a structure of a hammer. And every of our trades will be backed up by a trending trend. That's if the chart is pushing towards the top, we'll be buying only, or if it's pushing towards the bottom, we'll be selling only. We'll also be using our 5 minutes and 1 minute time frame combined with our unlimited leverage. All right, okay guys, so you can actually see this account. Everything is actually looking as smooth as possible, right? You can just see everything here, right? And then you can actually check out this broker. The link is in the description box there. Now we're using about $150. That's what we're using here. Let's just check this out again. Everything is looking as clean as possible. All right, now we'll just be using our XAUUSD, and we can check out the trend. This stuff is actually pushing towards the top. You can see that, right? Looking good. All right, now let's go on a 1 hour time frame. What are we seeing now? We can actually see that it has hit a maximum zone here, meaning it's pushing towards the top, right? Well, there's really no argument about that. Let's go to our 5 minutes time frame now. What we'll be using majorly, we can see that this chart is pushing towards the bottom, right? Everything looking very clean like that. Everything looking clean. Let's go on a 1 minute time frame now. Now we can see that this chart is pushing towards the top, and now it seems like it wants to overshadow what we're having here. These are candlestick here. Now if it pushes towards around these zones here, that will be a bullish engulfing candlestick. And then it seems like that's what it's doing already, right? It doesn't even have to hit the second zone there. You can already see that this stuff just created a bullish engulfing candlestick. So all I'm waiting for now is for the next candlestick to get created, and I can start storming into some trades. So in just a few seconds, the next good. Now, what can I do now? I can easily just go into some trades. Let's just use 0.2 since we're already having that here. I guess we'll just be using majorly of 0.2 today, right? That's just what we'll be using. Okay, now we'll be trying to scale up our capital. So we'll be leaving this trade anytime from now. We'll be closing this trade. So just be ready, because our capital is still too minute. So once we increase the capital first, I think we'll leave this trade now. Our first trade, usually we always want to increase the amount of our capital. It's still pushing up. So I'm just expecting to hit around the zone here. I just wanted to hit that zone there. Let's go back. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So you can literally see this stuff. Gave us a normal bullish engulfing candlestick here. Waited for the second candlestick to get created, and boom, it's pushing up. I think we should leave this trade. Let's leave this trade. Okay, let's see. Can it get 700? Okay, let's just leave, right? Let's just leave. Okay, that's it. So about 528, right? Looking very smooth. So what are we having here now? This is actually a hammer, right? This is actually a bearish hammer that was actually created around this spot. You can see that. And that was why we had to rush out of this trade. You can just see that, right? So what are we expecting? The chart to drop down again towards the zone. Okay, now we are still having about 500, right? Just about $500 of profit. That's what we're still having there. $500 of capital. And now if you check out this stuff now, what are we having around this spot? So we're expecting that this stuff should actually just push towards the top, right? So let's just go into this trade first for the meantime. Okay, we can only go into one, right? That's because our leverage has actually reduced, right? Our leverage reduced, right? Just the time of trading, so our leverage actually reduced. So stocking, you can see that, right? Our margin is like 306 currently. Why we're able to stock in a lot of trades is just because of because we're using unlimited leverage, right? So we can only add just one trade now. Okay, so this is still moving. You can still see a morning star that will caught around that range there, right? You can still see that. But then at the end of the day, we'll be leaving this trade very soon. You can just see that. We'll be leaving this trade very soon, as quickly as possible, right? Because we're having just one trade, by the way, and then the leverage is not favoring us currently. So we might be zooming off this trade very, very soon, right? And then we'll just wait until the leverage is balanced, right? So that's just what we're going to do. Okay, still pushing. It's like 130, almost 140. Okay, over 140. Okay, so after this trade, we just have, okay, so this is what we're having now. If you notice now, we're having, what they call it now, we're having a bullish hammer here, meaning that the chart can drop down. So we want to leave this trade. Let's just leave. Okay, so we're having about 582 now. About $582, that's exactly what you're having on our capital. So what we're just going to do now, guys, is we're just going to wait for the next few minutes or so, just monitoring the chart for our leverage to come back. Now, the chart is extremely volatile currently, so because of that, the broker just tend to reduce our leverage to around 1 to 500. So we're not using a 1 to unlimited leverage currently. So because of that, we just want to chill a little bit, wait for the leverage to come back to normal, right? Because we want to use at least 1 to 2,000 or at least 1 to unlimited leverage. So we'll just wait a little bit and we'll just be right back. Right, okay guys, so we're actually having just a bearish hammer around this spot here, right? Meaning that this chart should actually just push up, right? So let's just go in on some trades again for the meantime before this chart actually just leaves us, right? We can explain later. Let's just go into this trade, but you can clearly see a bearish hammer that was created there telling us that the chart should actually push towards the top smoothly just like that, right? Because that's what bearish hammer does, right? So all we just need to do now is to just wait, right, a little bit. The chart is actually still pretty volatile. Now we're using unlimited leverage now. So in case you're wondering how I can add in a lot of trades, it's because we're using unlimited leverage, right? So we're back to our standard leverage again. And now you can just see a bearish hammer occurring at the bottom of our chart here, meaning that this stuff should just push towards the top nicely. It should just push towards the top. I feel like adding some more trades though, but let's just see. Okay, I think I want to close this trade also, but let's just see. Okay, that's pushed towards the top there. I might want to leave. I want to leave this trade to scale up my capital. I want to leave this trade to scale up my capital. Let's just see. 1.6, 1.5 around that range. Okay, let's see. Can it go higher? If it starts dropping, I'm leaving. If it starts dropping, I'm leaving. Let's just leave. That's it. So about 1.4k, roughly 1.5k, because this is 1,490, right? So this is actually looking good, right? All right. Now, what can you see around that chart again? Now you can literally see that the chart was dropping and created a bullish hammer, right? You can literally see that. So what are we expecting? The chart to push towards the top again, right? Because it actually got created after a series of bearish movement around the spot here. So what are we expecting? For this chart to just keep pushing up, right? At the same time, this is actually creating a bullish engulfing candlestick, meaning that anyhow this stuff has to push towards the top, right? So what can we do? We can see stock in some trades using a 0.2 standard, right? Just looking smooth like that. Okay, let's just see now. Guys, remember, the reason why I can stock in a lot of trades here is because I'm using unlimited leverage. So you don't have to ask that again in the comment section, guys. You don't have to ask that. It's just because we're using unlimited leverage. And if you want to use this broker, the link is already in the description box, so you can easily just use this. Okay, so still playing around the red and blue at the same time. All right. Okay, so this nice movement is already pushing towards the top. Okay, over $300 now. Okay, so I'm actually just targeting roughly like $4,000 in my mind or so. Let's see. The last time we hit roughly about 3,000. So let's see if we can hit about 4K today. Okay, so this is still pushing up. Let me just add 1 or 2 more trades, a few more trades like that. Okay, let's see, 5 minutes. Good. Now, this is what I'm actually thinking about, because this is actually an evening start that was actually created there. So it's possible that a retracement can occur. But then we'll be leaving this trade anytime from now. Okay, let's just zoom off. I'm thinking to hit 4K, but let's leave this trade. It's fine. So we'll need to go into another trade now. But okay, so this is what we're having now, right? So the chart was dropping there, and then it created what this time around the game? It created a bullish hammer around the spot, and then it was dropping down before creating this. So what are we looking at? We're expecting that this chart should push up again, right? So we're having a bearish hammer also, and also a bullish hammer, so that this chart has to push towards the direction of the trend, which is actually on an uptrend, right? So this is actually good. So we can pick out our remaining cash from here now. So you can see this, and then this is the second, and then we're having an uptrend, right? So when this stock pushes towards the top now, I think we should make our $300 and we should be out of this trade, right? Let's just see. I am ready to close this trade. We're almost hitting our 4K. Good. So that's our 4K. Boom. So now we're having just about $4,095, smoothly like that. So let me just quickly show you this account. So you can see that everything is looking smooth, balance, equity, and free margin. And then if we try checking out the stuff again, everything is actually looking as smooth as possible. You can just see that, looking as smooth as possible, right? Let's just quickly check it out. So now we're having about $4,095, right? So that's exactly what you're having. And then the name of the broker is in the description box. box. The link is actually there also. Everything is actually there. And now let's just quickly process a withdrawal on this account and we'll just be right back. Okay, so this is the amount we actually cashed out just now. And then these actually are deposit of 150 bucks. And then these are total withdrawal, right? We just cashed out everything from the market so that everything is actually looking as smooth as possible, guys. And from the beginning through to the end of this trade, all we used were just a candlestick structures. If you notice, I wasn't mentioning any other thing except just for a candlestick structure. Also, don't forget, on this trade, we're actually using a lot of risks because we're using 1 to unlimited leverage to begin with. Secondly, we're stocking a lot of trades with multiple lot sizes at the same time. Thirdly, we're trading extremely fast so that when you're trading on your own, you want to start gradually. You don't want to repeat this exact stuff just the way you're seeing it now. You want to practice and gradually you increase your lot sizes and gradually you also increase your leverage and gradually your hands become stronger and you can replicate this exact same result as fast as this. But for the meantime, you can just take your time. You can decide to place a week of target. You don't have to achieve everything within a few minutes or a few hours. You can decide to set a week of target. You can decide to set 5 days of target. You can decide to set 2 weeks of target. You can even decide to set a month of target for a start. And with time, as you gain mastery of these candlestick structures, your speed will increase gradually, and then your lot size will gradually increase, and then you can also increase your leverage. That way, you'll be applying proper risk management, and your account will always be protected. Lastly, it would have been great if we can just continue trading from $150 to $4,000, and maybe up to $40,000 and even $400,000. But then the chart doesn't work like that because we can't keep trading indefinitely like that based on the leverage we are using to begin with, and also the amount of risk we are taking on this account. So because of that, we hit a certain target of profit. After that, we zoom off the trade because continue to stock in a lot of trades like that and use a crazy leverage like that. A single trade that goes wrong can take us out. That's wipe out our entire profit and can even wipe out our entire capital. So because of that, we always want to use a specified target. Immediately as we hit that specified target, we're out of the market. Also, don't forget, for every single video that can hit over 1,000 likes, I'll be coming back to that very video, running through the comment section, and I'll be selecting 3 random traders that I'll be funding $3,000 each, just like that. So that if you're new to this YouTube channel, just remember to hit the subscription button, hit the like button, and also remember to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any videos I'll be dropping out from this place. It's a bye from me, guys. I'm Mr. P. Peace.